Hello and welcome back to the Gmail integration training intermediate level for XYZ Company. This is lesson I2, applying and editing labels. As you may know, in previous email systems, they utilized folders to organize and contain emails. In Gmail, they use the label system in which all emails can be attached with one or more labels for easy organization. So let's get started on how we do this. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to select one of the emails. This brings up email options. If you don't have that selected, you won't have this option. But you'll come up and you will select labels. As you can see, you have the labels drop-down box with multiple options. You have some pre-configured labels here that you will notice they match up to the labels on the side here. So you can select and attach labels to the email as wanted, or you can create your own label. You also have a search box within the label field if you have a lot of labels to go through, and this will allow you to narrow the field, same way search box works for the email. So let's create our own label. So we'll hit the Create New button and enter in a new value for it. Test label. If I had multiple custom created labels, I could also nest this as a sub-label under a previous label. Currently don't have any others, so we won't worry about that. Just hit Create. Now, as you'll notice, two things. One, my test label is now an available option within the labels. And it is also within the label folder structure on the left-hand side. By selecting the test label, I am adding the label to the test label to this email. It will now be labeled as test label, and it will also show up within the test label folder. It still remains in the inbox, unlike other options, but it will be in the test label folder as long as it has that label tag. Now the next thing we do is we can manage the labels. Alright, so selecting the manage labels will bring up the settings labels functionality. This allows you to manage how labels are shown within the system. So we go down to our labels section. You'll see we have our test label. We have two options, or three options here. We have your show in label list. This is going to decide whether or not the label shows up in the label folders. So you have three options. You can either show it, hide it, or only show it if there's unread emails in there. Second is show it in message list. The show button will attach it to the inbox message where the actual label will show. Hiding it will remove all labels from the message list. Final actions here are you can either edit it, which will allow you to change the name, or remove it, which will delete it from the system. It will not affect any of the emails that are attached to it. So let's go ahead and remove. I'll say remove, say yes, and if we go back, we'll note that it's still in here, but there's no longer labeled. Move our labels, we no longer see that as an option. This concludes lesson I2, labels and functionality. Thank you.